some people didn't even know that we owned Badcock before.
Yeah.
And so when they come in, it's a brand new store to them. But then you get those returning customers that may not have been in the store in the last year, and they walk in and say, y'all are still here?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, I know you.
I know you.
Yeah.
And so then you tell them the story,
Yeah.
we were Badcock, and my last name is Hickman, and that's why it's on the door now. So you make that connection, and it gets people excited. And it's great to hear that feedback from people in the community because, I can't tell you how many people thought my last name was Badcock.
What's up, Camden County? You are catching episode 96 of the Getting in Your Business podcast. I'm your host, Allison Shores from the Camden County Chamber of Commerce. This Getting in Your Business podcast is made possible by our Chairman Circle sponsors, Georgia's Own Credit Union, Lockheed, Comcast, Georgia Power Company, Sparklight, Plug Power, St. Mary's DDA, TDS Telecom, and Ameris Bank. Thank you to all of our sponsors. All right, guys, I'm so excited today because I have Josh Hickman from J Hickman Furniture in the house, and I'm so excited.
Thank you for having me in.
No, thank you for being here. I know people have gone up and down Highway 40 and they have seen the J Hickman sign. They used to see Badcock, and I just want to, let's clear the air. What's going on? Tell us the story of what happened. For anybody that's new here, or anybody that's been here forever. Yeah, let us know.
So my family's been in Badcock Furniture since the late 70s.
I love that so much. When you told me the other day, it blew my mind. But go ahead, continue. I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt.
Well, when your family gets started in the 70s, you're talking 60 plus years ago now.
Yes.
So it's hard to fathom, that time period. And I had some family that was in the stores before then. And then my wife's grandfather bought his first store in 76 and started in Vidalia. And we ended up, total in the family, we had over 20 stores. And, I married into the family, had no interest in going into furniture, and kind of cut my teeth. My background was in real estate, property management. And somehow in about 2017, my father-in-law, he had some illnesses and said, I need someone to come, run these stores and help us out. So I was like, well, I'll jump in and do it. And 2 years later, I ended up buying the two local stores here, one in Brunswick and one in Kingsland. And, as they say, the rest is history. And so I've been doing that since 2017. And unfortunately, in late of really into 24, Badcock sold out to a private equity group and liquidated the business. And we got a phone call on a Tuesday that said, we're filing for bankruptcy on Wednesday, which is the following day, and we'll let you know what's going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah. So it kind of, I've got a lot of
surprise.
Surprise. And so, when you talk about a business you've been in for 65 years, it kind of rocked the whole family. And
I can imagine.
It's kind of at a decision point. It's like, do you want to continue, with the business, or kind of what your plan is? And so the store ended on October 30th of 24. And by Black Friday, I reopened the stores under J Hickman Home Furniture.
Was it that fast?
It was that fast.
My goodness.
So I had about 3 months between telling, the business was going out to the time that we were actually done. And in those 3 months, I went to market. We had a circle of other Badcock dealers, and we said, hey, we're not ready to get out of the business yet. And for me, it was more of a legacy to keep going.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready to give up on that family legacy. And I said, well, I'll just put my own name on it.
Yeah.
And so in those 3 months, I kept all my employees through those months, and we just kind of grinded it out. And I set up both locations in Brunswick and Kingsland, and we were rocking and rolling.
And what I love that you said about was you kept your employees. And I know there's one in particular, Sterling, that has been there that I know personally, and I know a lot of people in our community. We love him. And he's
great.
Yeah, he's amazing. He cares so much.
He does.
He's patient. He just, I love him so much.
He was with me when I took over in 2017. I decided, I was like, you know what? I want a clean slate. I want to build a program up here that, are my employees. I can teach them, build the culture around me and have those employees. So Sterling actually came about 30 days after, I took over the business. So he's been with me through all the hurdles and the struggles. And I've got another guy that works for me, Mike. He's been with me for 16 years.
Oh, wow.
So he actually moved my wife to college when we were in school.
Oh.
So
I love that.
It's really cool to, to have the tenure of employees that I do. And I think it says a lot about kind of the operation that we have there, the culture that we build there. And, when it's a team like that, everyone they know the background, they know the history, they know what's coming. And, it didn't really take a whole lot to transfer, other than the name. And I won't bore y'all with all the details of starting it up, but it was great to have a team surrounding me that, was with me. They knew what I wanted to do, knew the vision, knew how important it was to me. And, that's why we're here today.
Well, I think it says a lot that they stayed
For sure.
with you through the whole thing.
For sure.
And I want to say this, every time I have been in there, the ladies, I don't know their names, that greet me at the counter, they are the nicest, most helpful people. Like they didn't know me and I'm just like, hey, and they were just so nice. And I'm going to tell you, that is a breath of fresh air. So
for sure.
I love it. I love the store. I want to talk about some things that you have in there, because holy cow, the inventory. Like,
yeah, we keep it stocked.
It is massive in there. And it's so much. And there's like from A to Z, like what you would need, no matter what your preference is and how you're decorating or all the things. So I want to talk about some of those things that you have in there.
One of the big things that I wanted to keep here is, with Badcock, we serviced everybody. If you wanted to buy, a starter home set, you wanted to get set up, we can do that for you. If you were retired, you wanted the top end, nicest stuff you can get, I wanted to have that option for them too. So we keep a wide variety of products in store that cover all those price ranges for people. We try to make it very affordable for folks to come in. It's a very low pressure sales environment. So when you come in, we want people to come in and feel comfortable. You don't want to be bombarded as soon as you walk in the door. And, we want to identify what you're looking for and be, helpful as we can. But we also want to make sure that you can take, walk around the store, take a look at what we have, get some ideas, and then we can start narrowing down what you're really looking for.
Yeah. And you've got, everything from couches to bedroom furniture to, there's just so much.
We cover everything for the home. So, if you're looking for rugs, lamps, end tables, sofas, custom bedroom sets. I'll tease this a little bit now. I've got a local builder here that's going to be building some furniture for us. So we're bringing those into the store.
Stop.
So here in this next month.
That is so cool.
Yep. So I wanted to keep it very community oriented. You can go buy anywhere, right? But why do you want to shop with me? And I think part of that is having that local tie, knowing that we're a family-owned business for 65 years. We've lived here in this community. We're committed to it, but we also want to bring partners in that are also part of this community. And so part of that is just incorporating all those aspects into it to make a better product for the customers, a better service for the customers, and you're not reaching out to somebody that may be in Oregon where we get some stuff from, or you need to get something from, New Hampshire.
Right.
You've got a builder right here in town that can build you a product, and it's going to be a lasting, product for you.
Oh, that does my heart so good.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. Anything local and using our local people, because we have some talented, I always say it, we have talented people in this community that can do some amazing things. And so I think that is wonderful that you're tying all that in.
And part of that goes back to the whole legacy aspect of the store. My wife's grandfather was very important to me and important to the family. And, part of that legacy is bringing other people into it. And when you buy pieces from me, we have a legacy collection. Now, it's made up of a bunch of different builders or suppliers, but those are pieces that are generational pieces. And, you can pass down, and you can tell them a little sentimental about some of that stuff. And, I think it's important for people to, you walk into somebody's home and they say, oh man, that is absolutely gorgeous. Like, well, that was my grandmother's, or that was my parents. And, it's worked its way down. And we've got the modern stuff and the more traditional stuff. And, we cover, like I said, a wide variety that, we can take care of you guys.
And I'm going to say this, like, they don't make, in my opinion, like, furniture has been, there's just different furniture. And so you're talking about the generational pieces. I love those pieces. And I have some of my great grandmother's stuff because it was just made that well. And it's beautiful. And, not everybody has it.
Right.
But it's very beautiful. But of course, we can't do our whole house in that, but my pieces are very, I love them so much. And to know that you've got somebody coming in that's a builder, and then you've got your generational pieces, like, I'm sure that some of it will match, being able to pull it all together. So I think that is amazing.
There's another company out of Brunswick that's building some stuff for me also. It's some steel frame stuff.
Yeah.
He has a metal fab shop. They do a lot. And so he's building some pieces with natural wood tops that we're going to be bringing in. So it's going to be a whole customizable corner over there where you can get, the local builders. You can select your wood, select your grades, your colors, all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
So,
wow. That's really cool.
It is cool.
Man.
Excited about it.
I didn't know there was this much to talk about with furniture, but like
it goes real deep real quick.
It does, but one thing after meeting you and talking to you, like you love what you do and you love the people that you're around. You clearly stay very busy with all the things you have, but like you love what you do. And I think that matters. And you can tell that people in your store respect you and love working there. And so I commend you for that, because I appreciate that. That is really cool.
Yeah.
And you can feel it when you walk in. Like it's not, I don't know, just something that I could tell right off the bat.
What's exciting when you walk in, we try to, go back to the environment that you walk into.
Mm-hmm.
We have music playing in the store.
Mm-hmm.
It feels very comfortable when you walk around. Our layout of the store isn't like a traditional layout in a furniture store. If you go in, a lot of times they'll have like a sleep shop, or they'll have, this is your living room section and dining room section.
Yeah.
When you walk into my stores, I wanted to have a really nice flow. So you walk in, you may see a living room set when you first walk in. You walk in and see dinettes. You'll see a bedroom group. So as you walk around the store, it flows really well. And just because someone comes in and says, well, I really want a sofa. Well, they come in and say, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting to see the bedroom set that I wanted when I first walked in.
Yeah.
So it was important to me when someone comes in that it's more like a homey feeling. It's not like a corporate store when you walk in and it's floor planned and so.
No, and I can honestly say my personal experience when I walked in, like I was comfortable walking. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't anything. I wasn't overwhelmed. Nothing in your store. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I also saw, first of all, I saw some stuff I liked. I was got to talk to David Shores about that. But there's so much, and there's so much variety. So if you want to be blinged out and all the things, and that's, we're doing that kind of room, you've got it.
Yes.
You're trying to do traditional, you got it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like you've just got so much that you can pull in and with different themes, no matter what you have going on in your house, like there is something that you can find in there. And I just think that's really cool.
And I work with a lot of suppliers too. We do carry, Ashley is a big brand for us. We're an Ashley dealer. So people that don't want to drive down to Jacksonville to a home store, we're a full Ashley dealer. So we have those. We sell Nectar bedding. We sell Heritage bedding, which is built in Rome, Georgia. So that's another Georgia-made product that we try to do.
Yeah.
We carry stuff from Jackson and Catnapper, which is built in Tennessee. We have Best Furniture, which is custom-built furniture, very well-known brand in the industry. We carry stuff from New Classic, which is more the modern kind of stuff. They do have some traditional items. The list can go on. So we, I wanted to have something for everybody, and just because I don't have it in the store doesn't mean I can't provide it for you. So we have a huge catalog of 10,000 items really. And some stuff you walk in, it's going to be a stock piece. This is what we have. This is the color choice. But if that doesn't work for you, we do have those customizable options too, where we literally have 1,000 different covers that we can put on a couch or a sofa for you.
I hadn't even thought about that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can choose your leg color on accent chairs, on sofas. Then you get into some of our bedroom groups that are kind of that middle to high tier, where you get into your solid maple, furniture with different color options and upholstery options on the headboards. And so, you can really dive into it.
Yeah. And I love that you care so much. Like you care about like how your guests feel when they come in, and I guess I should say customers, when they come in and they're looking, like you care about all that. And I think that says a lot about you. And I'm glad to know that someone who cares about their business like that.
Well, I think it's about setting the tone when the person comes into the store. You want that expectation to be set, and you don't want to deviate from it. And the worst thing is we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. So you set those expectations right when you first come into the store. We try not to, like I said, overpromise and underdeliver. We tell people straight up, this is, what we have. This is what we have to offer. And, like I said, it's a low pressure.
Yeah.
Obviously we want you to buy from us. We love keeping that, money in the community here, but if it doesn't work out,
Yeah, but you treat everybody like, I feel like when you're shopping there, you're like family, because
absolutely,
like people like Sterling go through with you through the whole process, know, and without like pressuring you to got to make this sale, got to make this, it's more just going on the experience with you, and I think that's really cool.
And one of the cool things too about being in a community, we've built that store in 2002. And before there was anything on that end of Highway 40, they didn't even put Walmart in yet. So, when you talk about people coming in to the store, it's generational, folks that come in. So we've had grandparents buy from us, their kids, and now their kids are buying from us. So it's really cool to see that, that family dynamic come through, and you really do build relationships with these people. And over time, you know what they're looking for when they come in because you've already done business with them.
Yep.
So you say, well, this is what you already have. This would complement it really well.
Yeah.
And even that goes back to even before we were the new brand. So those customers still come in and say, man, we're so glad to see y'all, still here. And it's nice to see familiar faces where you're not walking in.
And I think that's what I wanted people to see today is that just because the name changed, nothing else really changed about, your experience and the people. And I think that that's important for people because I don't think people know. I think they just thought the name changed. It had to be new people, all the things. And that's not the case.
Well, forever, Kingsland, it wasn't growing like it is now. And the expansion that we're having here, all the new homes, the new residents, some people didn't even know that we owned Badcock before. Yeah. And so when they come in, it's a brand new store to them. But then you get those returning customers that may not have been in the store in the last year, and they walk in and say, y'all are still here?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, I know you.
I know you. Yeah. And so then you tell them the story, we were Badcock, and my last name is Hickman, and that's why it's on the door now. So you make that connection, and it gets people excited. And it's great to hear that feedback from people in the community because, I can't tell you how many people thought my last name was Badcock.
I bet you had to go through that a lot. Yeah.
All the time.
Now I have a question. Do you guys deliver?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So we deliver all the way from Amelia Island. We go all the way up to McIntosh County.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we'll go as, far out, we'll go past Folkestone or wherever it needs to go. And, I tell people just if it's a vacation home for you, you need to schedule a time when you're here. We work with you on that. If it's your, full-time residents, we're very transparent with customers that say, hey, some stuff I have here today, some stuff maybe a couple weeks to get in. But delivery and setup is, a bread and butter for us. We've been doing it forever.
Good. Because I'm going to tell you, something that I can't do is set furniture up, build furniture, put it together. I don't know what it is, but I end up missing parts. I can't, I didn't know anything to do with it.
When the internet craze hit and you get companies like Wayfair and Amazon that ship stuff to you, it's very deceiving when you buy something online and it ships to your house and there's 15 boxes and they're like, where do we start?
Like, listen, that kind of stuff tests my marriage. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, we don't need to put stuff together. And I don't know if it's him or it's me, but that's not my thing. Yep. So I'm very happy to know that y'all deliver and set it up because that's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I run 2 crews down here, so we deliver. We have 2 box trucks, so we stay running on the road pretty consistently. And we also pick up furniture local from some of our suppliers. We got a couple of distribution centers here, so it's easy for us to get product. And so we make at least a trip a week. We're constantly bringing stuff in and out. And one thing that I put out on our social media page is that it's very fluid in our store. If we bring something in that sells really well, we'll leave it in the store and it does great. If we bring something in that doesn't, we turn and burn. So there's always something fresh in there. We're always bringing in new product. We're constantly working with new suppliers. And I get a lot of great feedback from the community because they say, hey, we'd really like to see X product or X brand, or this is what we're looking for. And one thing about being as an independent furniture dealer is we have access to everything.
That's what I was going to say. That's really cool. Having that access and being able to be like, oh, this is what you're looking for? Hold on. Make it happen. So that's pretty cool. Now, I noticed when I was in there the other day, like your prices are really great. They go from this to this. So no matter what you want to spend. Now, I did have a question. Do you guys do financing or any of that kind of stuff?
We do. So we have 4 financial partners that we work with. Landmark here in town is a great service provider for us because they're very familiar. People are comfortable with them. It's pretty much an instant approval with them. So we, you come into the store, fill out a credit application. It takes 5 to 7 minutes. We call the local office here, say, hey, we just put in a submission, and we get a pretty good return rate on that. We have 3 national brand partners that we use. We use Synchrony, Fortiva, and Progressive Leasing. Okay. So again, that plays into having something for everybody. Yes. Not everyone's going to qualify for the best financing options. You don't want to turn somebody away. So we go all the way from your buy here, pay here setup, your leasing program, all the way up to, there are 36, 48 months, same as cash transactions.
Oh, wow.
So
that's really cool.
Yeah. We provide it. And again, it goes back to I want when anyone comes into the store, no matter what walk of life that they're in, that we can provide them something quality and provide a home for them when they walk in and say, man, this is really nice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think you're hitting the nail on the head. Like you're knocking it out of the park, and I love this so much.
One of the cool things too that we offer is, if you go onto our website, I have a page right there that says financing on it. You can actually do your approval before you even come in the store.
Oh.
So people that are shopping online want to go in there and say, hey, I want to see what I qualify for. You can do the credit app at home on your phone. You're not exchanging informations, with any of my employees, and so it's very confidential. If you like the face-to-face transaction, we'll do it right there for you. We'll help you out. We'll send the link to your phone. We'll do it on our computer, whatever you're comfortable with. And it's all about making that transaction for the customer the easiest, smoothest, and most comfortable as possible.
Oh, man, you got it all. I think you have it all figured out. Like, I mean, oh my goodness, this is so amazing. Was there anything else you wanted to mention about J Hickman and about, the furniture store? Because you've got some other things that you're also doing that I wanted to touch on for just a second, but I didn't want to cut this short. So is there anything else you wanted to say about the furniture store? Yeah,
the stores are, those, I'm very passionate about them. Very proud to still be in this community and providing a service. And I think just, with one business going out, transitioning into the new one, I'm sure people walk in, they're a little bit confused on kind of what's going on, see a new name on the door. So it's important to me to get the brand out there and let people know, hey, it's the same staff, it's the same ownership. We've been here, in this community for 35 years. And, I want the tenure of my employees, most of them have been with me for 8+ years.
Yeah.
And so they're very familiar with the customers and the community. And, I'm just proud to be here.
Yes, we're glad to have you.
Yeah.
Now, if people want to shop online, what is the...
Yep. So if you just go to jhickmanhf.com, so jhickmanhf.com, we're on Facebook under J Hickman Home Furniture. Instagram is J Hickman Home Furniture. And we post videos 2 or 3 times a week on stuff that we're bringing into the store, sales that are going on.
Yeah.
You never know. I do pop-up sales quite often whether it be a tax-free weekend or 20% off or clearance items that are 50% off.
I'll have to make sure I'm following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We try to stay really active on there. We get a lot of great return from those pages. And it's a great way to stay connected with us, whether you're not hearing commercials or radio or whatever other advertising that we're doing. Go to the Facebook or Instagram pages and you'll see everything that you need to know.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, I do want you to tell people where you're located, just in case by some off chance they have missed it going up and down 40.
Yep. We're right next to Kings Bay Power Sports. It's 1975 Commerce Drive, just past Dan Vaden. We're actually right across from Dan Vaden Chevy and Murray Ford. So we're right there in the heart of the, what's happening in Kingsland now. And it's a great location. It sits just off the road. And you can't miss it.
You cannot miss it. You really cannot. Phone number, just in case people want that.
Yeah, 912-729-5661. That's our direct number there.
Okay.
If that rings busy, it's 912-729-5660. So pretty easy.
Got 2 numbers.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, you are a very busy man. I don't want to spend too much time, but I do want people to know that you have some other businesses. One in particular, you're going to have to say the name.
Yep. So I've got a business that's well established in Brunswick, St. Simons, and it's called Quick Dumps Junk Removal. I brought 2 more trucks down here that I keep at the store. And so I'm expanding that business into Kingsland, Yulee, Ferndina.
So you'll just go pick up people's junk?
Yep.
Haul it off?
If they call up and say, I've got a pile of stuff in the backyard. I got an old swing set or trampoline or garage clean out, or even I do a lot with real estate companies where if they have tenants move out, they leave stuff, we'll go pick them up. And so I tell people, we charge based off of volume, what we pick up. So those rates could, they're flexible on what we're dealing with or if it's already stacked up. But you can also find those on Instagram and Facebook. It's just Quick Dumps Junk. Very easy to find. I post some great videos on there too of stuff that we're doing, and it's very fascinating what people get rid of, and it's pretty wild.
I bet there's like very unique things people get rid of.
Oh, for sure.
Like, what is the most unique thing you think, like anybody that you've seen?
I've picked everything up from koi ponds that still have fish in it.
What?
Yeah, fish tanks that still have fish in it. people move out and literally leave it's like they picked up and left. Everything is left in the house. We did if you go on our Instagram page, I'm actually walking through a house and there's a random cat running through the house.
What?
I mean, it's crazy.
I bet it's so crazy.
Yeah.
There's no telling what you'd find.
And some people call and just say, hey, I need to get rid of this mirror. I don't know. It won't fit in my trash can. Can you come get it?
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that.
You're like, yeah, whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet people don't want to break mirrors either.
Yeah.
So they're like, here.
We don't want the bad
you do
juju on
something.
us.
Yeah, you do something with that. Well, Josh, I really appreciate your time today. I have learned so much. It has been an absolute pleasure getting to know you recently. So I'm just I'm happy that you're here and doing all these things in Camden County and that you love our community so hard.
No, thank you all for having me. And
yeah, we appreciate it.
If you're listening, mention the podcast when you come into the store. I'll give you 10% off.
Oh, I love this. 10% off. All right, David Shores, we're going to be going in and doing this. Well, thank you so much, Josh. You're amazing. Well, guys, you have caught episode 96 of the Get In Your Business podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe, and go see Josh at J Hickman Furniture.